we'll start seated this morning in a nice, comfortable, cross-legged position. We'll place the palms on the knees, hands down, and let's just roll the shoulders a couple times just to release any tension, and gently bring the eyes to a close. Lovely, and then come to stillness if you're rolling the shoulders. And we'll take a moment here to start tuning into the breath, just to allow ourselves to arrive on the mat on this Thursday morning. So just being mindful of that in-breath and the out-breath, bringing the attention to the sit bones in contact with the mat. Nice long spine, releasing any tension in the shoulders, in the jaw, in the muscles around the eyes, muscles in the face. And just doing a little check-in. Just check, how are you feeling on this Thursday morning? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling emotionally? Lovely, and then when you're ready to, in your own time, let's flutter the eyes open. Lovely. And we'll start taking some, gentle movements with the spine. So we'll start taking circles with the spine. Doesn't really matter what direction, we'll take the opposite in a moment. You can start small and then allow those circles to become larger and larger. Just starting to bring movement to the upper body. And you can bring that movement into the shoulders as well, into the neck, whatever feels good. And then gently move in the opposite directions. So reversing the movement and circling in the opposite direction. And the circles may even become figures of 8. Or just take anything that feels good. Beautiful, and then we'll gently make our way to stillness, and we'll meet again at the center. Let's interlace the fingers and inhale deeply. We'll sweep the arms up towards the sky. So really reaching with the hands, bringing a lovely stretch into the sides of the body, into the upper body. And you can also sway very slightly from side to side, just to accentuate that stretch in the sides of the body. Lovely, reach, reach, reach. And then release. Exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat. Lovely. And then we'll take a twist towards the right. So we'll bring the right hand behind us. We'll prop our fingers into a teepee shape, And then we'll bring the left hand to rest on the right knee. And the gaze will be over towards the right. So breathing deeply in the twist. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Lovely, and then let's gently derotate and come back to center. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side. So we'll bring the left hand behind us, prop the fingers up on in a teepee shape, and then right hand comes to the left knee. Gaze towards the left. And again, nice, deep, conscious breaths here in your twist. Lovely. And then we'll derotate. Let's make our way back to center. Let's release the legs, give them a bit of a shake, and make your way to an all fours position. So bringing the hands to the mat, fingers spread nice and wide, shoulders tracking on top of the wrists, hips tracking on top of the knees. And let's take a few cat-cow movements here. So inhale, we'll drop the belly, arch the spine, shine the chest forward. Exhale, we'll reverse the movement by dropping the head, doming the back. Lovely. And the invitation here is to carry on with this cat-cow movement. And you can close your eyes here and just allow the breath to lead the movement. So moving at your own pace, just allowing the breath to dictate the pace of the movement. Moving in between cat and cow. Nice mindful movement to allow you to start connecting to your body and to your breath at the start of the day. Take one last round of cat-cow, and then we'll all meet in a neutral tabletop where we started. Lovely. If your toes aren't tucked yet, tuck them, and just for a couple of breaths we'll bring our seat back towards our heels. So we'll be sitting on the heels. Nice lovely stretch in the feet. And you can interlace the hands as well and take some gentle movements with the wrists just to loosen up the wrists. Move in one direction and then change. Lovely. And then we'll gently make our way back to all fours. And we'll work towards a balance. Balances are really good to give us focus. So we'll inhale and send the right leg back behind us. Keep it nice and lifted, parallel to the mat. Foot is flexed, toes pointing downwards. And then we'll at the same time lift the opposite arm. So the left arm lifts, fingers pointing forwards. Lovely. And you have two options here. You can either stick to this static balance. If not, we will inhale, and on an exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Curl everything in. Extend, and then take that couple more times. Knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. And then bring the hand back down to the mat and the knee back in. Back to neutral tabletop. Lovely. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side. We'll inhale. Send the left leg back behind you. Nice long leg. Reaching with the right heel behind you. And then we'll add the right arm. Right fingertips reaching forward. Nice long line of energy. And again, the option here of either staying in the static balance or bringing the elbow to the knee and extend. Elbow to knee and extend. Elbow to knee. Extend. Lovely, and then we'll come back to tabletop. Beautiful. And let's one more time tuck the toes and sit back on the heels. And this time we can just give our hands a bit of a shake. Again, the idea here is to release any tension in the wrists, fingers. Beautiful. And then let's make our way back to tabletop, but keep the toes tucked because we're making our way up to downward facing dog. So spreading the fingers wide, inhale, exhale, lift the knees and make your way up to down dog. Lovely. And when you get there, just take any movement that feels good. You could say yes with the head, no. Bend one knee and then the other. You can even bend both knees at a time. Just play with it and take the movement that feels good in your body this morning. Lovely. And then wherever you are, come to stillness. Inhale deeply and lift the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee and bring the heel towards the sit bone. And let's just take a couple circles with that knee. So the idea here is that we want to just loosen up the right hip joint. Lovely, and then come to stillness and we'll bring the right foot in between the hands, coming into a lunge. Lovely. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Lovely, nice deep breath. And then we'll bring the hands into prayer and let's release the prayer down to heart center. Taking a couple deep conscious breaths here in our lunge. Lovely. And we'll bring the hands down to the mat to frame the front foot. Pressing to the left hand, we'll extend the left leg, so lifting the left knee off the mat. Nice long leg. And then inhale. Let's bring the right fingertips up towards the sky. So we're twisting over towards the right. Lovely. Reach, reach, reach those right fingertips. Breathe in your twist. And bring your attention to the back body. So notice the breath in the back body. And almost imagine as if there was an imaginary wall behind you, so that your shoulders are resting into that wall, allowing your twist to be even more spacious here. Lovely, and then we'll release, bring the right hand back down to the mat. Drop the left knee, and just for a couple of breaths, we'll extend the right leg into a lovely hamstring stretch. So nice flexed right foot, nice long leg, and keep the spine nice and extended, gazing forward. Lovely. Couple more deep breaths here in your hamstring stretch. Lovely, and then let's bring the right foot back down to the mat. We'll frame the front foot with the hands, pick up the left knee and step back to downward dog. Lovely. Taking a couple breaths in dog. And then we'll inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Lovely. Three-legged dog. Then we'll bend the left knee, bringing the heel to the sit bone. And as we did before, let's take just a couple of circles with the left knee, loosening up the left hip joint here. Lovely. And then come to stillness. Extend the leg again, and then we'll inhale, bring the left foot in between the hands. Drop the right knee. Find your balance here and inhale. Sweep the arms up and over. Low lunge. Beautiful. Bring the hands to prayer. And again, we'll lower the prayer down to heart center, just for a couple of breaths. Lovely. Let's bring the hands down to the mat to frame the front foot. Press into the right hand. We'll lift the right knee off the mat. Nice right long leg, and then inhale, we'll sweep the left fingertips up towards the sky, opening up in the twist. Keep your right leg nice and extended, right heel reaching back. And again, visualize this wall behind you, so that your upper back, your shoulders are resting into the wall, opening up the chest. Couple breaths here. And then let's release the left hand back down to the mat. Drop the right knee. And just for a couple of breaths, we'll kick back into our hamstring stretch. So nice, long left leg. Left foot is flexed. One more deep breath here. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the left foot back down to the mat. Knee nice and bent. Let's frame the left foot with our hands. Pick up the right knee and step back to downward facing dog. Lovely. We'll inhale from our dog and ripple forward into high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes and come down to the mat. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Tuck your toes, press into the hands, coming through tabletop and up to downward facing dog. Lovely. Let's take that one more time. Inhale. From your dog, you'll ripple forward into high plank. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, and come down with control. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Tuck your toes, press into the hands and the feet, coming up through tabletop and downward facing dog. Lovely. If you want to take that sequence one more time, be my guest. Feel free to take one more vinyasa. But whenever you're ready to, we'll all meet in an extended child's pose. So lowering the knees, extending the arms, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Allowing this moment to help you reconnect with your breath. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, we'll walk the hands back towards the knees. Let's sit to one side and we'll extend the legs nice and long on the mat. Check that there's enough space behind you, and we'll gently release the spine down towards the mat. Lovely. Keeping your knees nice and bent, soles of the feet to the mat. I'd like us to come up into bridge in a moment, so we'll inhale deeply. Actually make sure that you can brush the back of your heels with your fingertips, just to make sure that your legs are the right distance. Then we'll inhale deeply and we'll press into the palms, press into the soles of the feet and bring the hip points up towards the sky. We're coming into a lovely bridge pose here. And then gently let's release and bring the spine down to the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Take a couple breaths here with the spine nice and long on the mat. And then let's take bridge one more time. Again, really pressing into the forearms, the palms, the soles of the feet. We'll inhale and lift the hip points up towards the sky. See if on this second bridge you can stretch even further. Lovely. One more breath here in your bridge. And then gently release the spine back down to the mat. Bone by bone by bone by bone. Beautiful. And you can then take your knees into the chest and just give your knees a nice big hug. Perhaps even swaying from side to side to give your lower back a gentle massage here. Beautiful. And then come to stillness, and let's extend the legs nice and long on the mat, coming into final relaxation. Arms by your sides, palms facing upwards, feet flopping to the sides. Bring your eyes to a gentle close here if they're not closed already. And there's nothing left to do here. Just let yourselves melt into the mat, feeling the weight of your body, the weight of your bones. Allowing the practice to just wash over you. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to, let's start taking some gentle movement back into your body. So you can either move the head from side to side, start wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, perhaps circling the ankles, circling the wrists. Lovely. And then let's bring the knees back into the chest. Let's roll over to one side, whatever side feels good for you. And gently let's make our way back up to a comfortable seated position. Lovely. Let's take one more last deep breath, inhaling, bringing the arms up towards the sky. Let's bring the hands into prayer, and we'll release the prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And let's bow together to seal the practice.